Hello friends, today we will discuss some more questions on management and organization behavior. Span of control, an important factor which is to be taken into account when undertaking organizational design. Maintaining a large span of control within an organization is most effective in all except one of the following situations. When subordinates prefer autonomy, when tasks are routine, when jobs are similar but have varying performance measures, when subordinates are highly trained, when managers are competent. So here the question is asked on span of control. What do you mean by span of control? The number of persons whoever are working under one supervisor is considered as span of control. So here whenever we are taking the number of persons to be employed under one supervisor, he has told that maintaining large span of control within an organization is most effective in except one of the following situations. So here the answer is when subordinates prefer autonomy. It's not right because span of control is based on the work complexity. You are having that number of people whoever are working under one supervisor. When tasks are routine, we don't require any authority because all tasks are same, so we can do the work easily. When jobs are similar but having varying performance measures, so here whenever we see that they are being varying by the performing measures, we try to go with the span of control. When subordinates are highly trained, no, it is also wrong answer. When managers are competent, it is also wrong answer. So here the answer is when jobs are similar but having varying performance measures, we see that span of control is an important factor which have to be taken whenever we are trying to do the organizational design. Functional job analysis is a widely used systematic job analysis approach. Which of the following dimensions of an individual job does functional job analysis focus on? First, data, people and jobs pertaining to the individual's job, interpersonal relationships required to perform the job, tools and equipment used by the worker, product and services produced by the worker. So here he has asked that what is functional job analysis. Whenever we are trying to do job analysis includes job specification and job design. Right, so job design, so whenever we are trying to do the job analysis, so here he has told what have to be included, which of the following dimensions the individual's job does functional job analysis focus on. So the answer is data, people and jobs pertaining to individual jobs. Yeah, this we take into consideration. Interpersonal relationships required to perform the job. This we do not take into consideration. We try to see what are the tools and equipment that are being used by the workers, what are the products and services that are being produced by the workers. So the answer is D. 1, 3 and above. Functional job analysis focuses on following dimensions. Right, so hence the above discussion we can infer that option D is correct. The third question, organizational culture is the collection of shared values, beliefs, rituals, stories, myths and specialized language that foster a feeling of community among organization members. Which of the following is not a characteristic of organizational culture? So as we all know, culture is the collection of shared values, beliefs, rituals and stories. So here whenever we are talking about the organizational culture, he has asked the following that which is not a characteristic of organizational culture. Let us go with the options. It differentiates one organization from another. It is true because the culture of Wipro is varying from culture of TCS. So by this we can tell that it is a characteristic of organizational culture. So A is right. It defines the internal environment of the organization. So whenever we are talking about culture, the way we work, the way we proceed, the way we design our rules is entirely considered with the internal environment. So this is also the right answer. It ensures consistency in the behavior of organizational behavior members. So here also it is also right, because the culture is telling us how the organizational members are behaving in that particular organization. Then it remains absolutely stable throughout the life of an organization. So here, whenever we are talking about the culture, it doesn't remain stable throughout the life of the organization. It may vary because the members, whoever are interacting, may not remain same. It is perceived by the organizational members as well as by the outsiders. So this is also right. So the answer is, which is not a characteristic, is it remains absolutely stable. It is completely flexible and that depends on the organizational members. So here I have given the reason. Organizational culture is collection of shared values. It is distinctive and it differentiates from organization from one another. It is based on certain norms which define the internal environment of organization, as I told. Whatever the rules, whatever the regulations, the discipline that you are been following in the organization. When the members of an organization interact with each other, they use a common language, they follow the same norms, and hence organizational culture ensures consistency in their behavior. It is perceived by the members of the organization as well as by the outsiders. Though organizational culture is fairly stable, it keeps evolving from time to time. So that's the reason we have chosen option D as not a characteristic of organizational culture. Management by objectives is a system for which for achieving organizational objectives, enhancement of employee commitment and participation. Which of the following is not an advantage of MBO? Management by objectives. So here it is a theory which is telling that whenever we want to reach the final goals, we have to break up the goals into smaller parts and we have to try to achieve organizational objectives. So management by objectives is enhancing the employee commitment and participation. So he has asked which of the following is not an advantage of MBO. Role clarity. Whenever we are trying to segregate the work among different number of people, they are being very clear about their roles. So role clarity is also is an advantage. Clarity in organizational action. Everyone are been assigned with similar tasks or small tasks. So here clarity in organizational action is true. Personal satisfaction. Whenever we are trying to reach the goals, we are being satisfied. So that is also true. Basis for organizational change. It is also true. Flexibility. Flexibility is not the advantage of MBO because we cannot make the objectives more and more flexible. MBO, so let us go with the reasoning. The answer is E. MBO helps in better managing the organizational resources and activities through clarity of objectives, role clarity, periodic feedback on performance, and participation by management. It provides the key result areas where organizational efforts are needed, which leads to clarity in organizational action. Since MBO allows participation of employees in objective setting and a rational performance appraisal, it provides the greatest opportunity for personal satisfaction. Also, MBA stimulates organizational change and provides a framework and guidelines for planned change, enabling the top management to initiate, plan, direct, and control the direction and speed of change. However, MBO has some limitations also, which include inflexibility in the organization, particularly when the objectives need to be changed. So, the answer is flexibility, as I have explained. The last question for today, which of the following are characteristics of planning process usually adopted in Japanese management style? So we are having different styles of management and in that one of the style is Japanese management style. So here they have given that which are the characteristics, which of the following are characteristics: long term orientation, individual decision making, decisions flowing from top to bottom, from bottom to top and back. Slow decision making. So here whenever we discuss about Japanese management style, we come out with different characteristics like long-term orientation, collective decision making, decision flow from bottom to top and back, slow decision making. So here the options that were been given are contradictory to individual decision making. Here he has given that individual decision making is a characteristic of planning process. No, in Japanese management style we adopt collective decision making. So the answer is D, that is 1, 3 and 4 are being right and 2 is wrong. So the answer is option is 1, 3 and above are right. Thank you for watching the video on questions. I think this will be helpful for you in preparing for the examination. If at all you like this video, kindly press the like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you.